And welcome back. I'm your guest host this morning, Richie Stone. You're in for BKP, who is on assignment up in Blue Ridge, which is where we will be Friday for the show. BKP will be back and better than ever up at Sycamore Crossing, right there next to Tupelo Tea. All the other wonderful little shop stores, mixed-use development right there. Doctor will be there. The All-Star Panel, Pet of the Week, the usual Friday fun. So don't miss that. That's going to be great. Sam and Rose will both be there. If you want to get in touch with the show, you can email us, chief@fetchernews.com, or call and text at 706-889-9700. And you also see our Twitter links up there. Let us know what you think. We're pretty excited about what we have going on here. This has been a special year for FYN TV, and it's only going to be better in 2018 as we close out the final couple quarters of this year. Tomorrow is September 1st. Hard to believe we're already in the 9th month of the year, final quarter, in the 4th quarter, as they would say. That means only one thing around these parts, and that is the return of college football, which is, essentially a national holiday. It never fails. My best friend, who is just a rabid LSU fan, his family's from Louisiana, and I try not to hold it against him, but sometimes it's tough. But I look forward to that phone call. I mean, he's a professional guy, so he has to get up early in the mornings, during the week. But it's not, he's kind of miserable. I'll give him a call. Hey, how are you? Good. On my way to work. And on Saturdays he'll probably sleep in. But when football season starts, he calls me at 8:30 sharp Saturday morning, saying, "Happy game day, buddy. Happy game day. The time has come." I mean, it's just, it's like the old saying goes. I mean, it's kind of like a religion, and it relates to Southern culture in a way that few other things can. I think one of my favorite examples is how our baseball team, the Atlanta Braves, has you never hear about this, but the Braves have the largest radio reach of any sports franchise, I want to say, in the world. The term Braves country extends from South Carolina in the east all the way to Louisiana in the west, all the way south to Orlando, all the way north to Virginia. I want to say all the way up to Richmond, and I think parts of Kentucky can even hear the games. Tennessee, obviously, Braves country. And it's almost like an outline of if you were to say the South, other than Texas. I mean, that is the South, and it's Braves country. But if you look deeper into Braves country, it shows you another duality, if you will, of the Southern thing, to quote a Drive-By Trucker song, in that we're united on some things, but we're so united in our own independence that you can break that down to certain levels where you have your state pride, you have your county pride on Friday nights, your community pride on Friday nights, and then your school pride, your university pride, and your state is kind of your flagship institution kind of serves as that representation of your state. And you go to war every Saturday with other teams in the region, and it's for bragging rights. It's for it's religion, and it gets going this Saturday. And obviously, I'm just fired up. I mean, it's when I was in college, I was a student assistant on the coaching staff down in Valdosta, and that was one of the funnest times of my life because although we weren't Division I, we were good, and living that. Living that, breathing that, seeing that, the grind, the amount of work that goes into it, just taught me a whole lot about life, as football can do. For a former player, anybody who's ever been involved with it knows that. It teaches character. What to do when others aren't looking, and it's just the most wonderful time. And I'm gonna get some picks to you. We're gonna go over some schedules, talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. Both have big games this weekend. And then, of course, here locally, the big Alabama-Florida State game at the new Mercedes-Benz Stadium, Arthur Blank's new palace. Just excited. I mean, I can't wait, as you can tell. So we're gonna let's see, what is? Okay, yeah, we're nearing the bottom of the hour here. Keep in mind, we don't want to forget the folks out there on the Texas coast. Props to the Cajun Navy, the Texas Armada, the folks that have shown up to help. We talk about how with football starting, it's war between states and war between schools and divides the South. But this is just a prime example of the folks coming out there to help those in Houston, that at the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we're all in this together, and it's moving to see. If you want to donate, I know we've been talking about some stuff here that we're going to do as an organization to kind of help the relief. And as we said before, this is going to be the kind of thing that takes months, if not years, and anything you can do now, anything you can do later, is just going to be huge. Samaritan's Purse is the charity that we're recommending. If you want to reach out to them, I think we have a banner. Yeah, there they are. SamaritansPurse.org. You can go to that specific link, /disaster/hurricane-Harvey, or just go to their main page. I'm sure there's links all over the place. We're going to catch a break here at the bottom of the hour. I'm your host, Richie Stone, in for BKP. Stick with us. We're going to get into the great Democrat divide. The Politico article that came out yesterday talking about how Democrats are almost at war. If you watch the mainstream media, you'd swear that it's all the Republicans that hate each other. However, I've never seen a party, I've never seen the Democrats this divided. Perhaps historically, this is the biggest division they've had since 1860, which is saying a lot. We're going to get into that stuff. Come back, join us, stick with us. See you shortly. Take a break, Sam.